So, Fox News alert, California Governor Gavin Newsom says he's going to file a lawsuit against the Trump administration today after the president sent in the National Guard to control anti-ICE rioters like these, setting fires and confronting the police with blocks.
Donald Trump has created the conditions you see on your TV tonight. He's exacerbated the conditions. He's, lit the proverbial match. He's putting fuel on this fire ever since he announced he was taking over the National Guard. An illegal act, an immoral act, an unconstitutional act, and we're going to test that theory with a lawsuit tomorrow.
So joining us now, Fox News contributor Jonathan Turley. Jonathan, Professor, thanks so much for joining the program. So I want you to give me the legal response to Gavin Newsom saying he's going to file this lawsuit. The federal agents requested help. They didn't get help, so the president sent in the National Guard. Does he have any standing in court?
Well, what Newsom is arguing is that technically the request had to go through his office and require his calling out the National Guard. Whether that is enough for a federal court to delay the implementation of the order, we'll have to see. Certainly, there have been plenty of these cases where they have forum shopped, found very favorable judges. But in the end, the president has the authority to call out the National Guard, and it will happen. In fact, what Newsom is doing is going to escalate it further. You know, the president is operating under Title X, which allows him to call out the National Guard to enforce federal law. That's what they did during the desegregation period when local authorities refused to comply with federal law. Does that sound familiar?
That's right.
And the administration is saying, we're going to do the same thing. It can escalate with a thing called the Insurrection Act, where the president can actually use National Guard where there's an insurrection. I don't think we are really looking at that. I hope we're not. But when we talk about escalation, you need to look at these officials. They're the ones that have spent months escalating the rhetoric, calling the ICE agents fascists and saying that they're Nazis and that calling out for people to resist this. What do you think is going to happen when you spend months and months telling people that these are just fascists in ICE uniforms? So it is coming to a head, but what Newsom is doing could well escalate it further.
So this is what the Democrats are also saying about the National Guard. Let's play it.
For the president to do this when it wasn't requested, breaking with generations of tradition, is only going to incite the situation and make things worse.
My understanding is that the governor of California, the mayor of the city of Los Angeles, did not request the National Guard, but he thinks he has a right to do anything he wants.
Well, I've spoken to the sheriffs on the ground who have said they have things under control. There's no need for the National Guard. They have the manpower that they need. So this is really just an escalation of the president.
You know, Jonathan, let's just talk about that last comment there. Does it appear to be under control? I mean, legally is one thing, but I mean, we do have eyes. We can see that it's clearly been spinning out of control.
That's right. And having federal personnel there also takes some control out of the hands of local DAs. If they attack federal agents and military personnel, those are also federal offenses that can be prosecuted by the U.S. Attorney's Office. Now, they have some room to do that already, but it certainly improves that in terms of possible prosecutions. But we've seen this with the Rodney King riots and these almost periodic outbursts in L.A. The president is saying we're not going to go down that road. We're not going to go down the road summers ago when in Wisconsin, Minnesota, where we had billions of dollars of property damage. So, look, the president has authority here. He can flood the zone even without the National Guard. But this will have to work out in court. But I think the escalation here began long ago when they demonized ICE, called them fascists, seemed to rationalize every possible attack.
It's insane.
What do you think is going to happen? Just look at your screens. That's what happened.
So they also have been defending the criminals as well, which is what this operation was about in Los Angeles. The other criminal was Abrego Garcia. He's back in the country. He's been indicted by a grand jury. Professor, have you had the opportunity to read that indictment? What do you make of it? Does it have a lot of teeth?
Well, this is not the guy that National Public Radio described as living quietly in Maryland. I mean, the indictment is really incredible reading, about over 100 trips, and the allegation that he was a central part in a massive human smuggling operation. The irony here, Lawrence, is that the United States is now the last place Abrego Garcia wants to be. He's like a runner caught between first and second. He's going to get tagged out either way, but by getting back to second, he's looking at over a decade of jail potentially.
It was a dumb move, and now he's going to face the piper here in our country. Jonathan, thanks so much for your analysis. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Lawrence.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.